Hi everyone, welcome to your August Alchemy Scopes. It's been intense lately. We just had the new moon, and we also simultaneously are going through a Venus-Saturn square and Mercury conjunct Mars opposed Pluto. So there could be quite a bit of... Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Good. We could have quite a bit of anger coming up, quite a bit of irritability coming up, a lot of deep issues arising, causing responses and actions, thoughts of kind of aggression. So hang in there and really stand back when those come up and really look at the bigger picture, because know that this is the cycle that we're in. And with the Venus-Saturn square, it's very intense because there's a necessity, there's such an obligation to mature our values, what we love and what we do, to put detail into that which we love and that which we do. It's quite intense. So you might be feeling some limits imposing upon you recently. But it is a new moon. It's a new moon in Cancer. It occurred at 23 degrees Cancer. And the Sabian symbol, the symbology that's imbued within this new moon, that's flavoring this entire next cycle, is a woman and two men castaways on a small island in the South Seas. And it's an interesting symbol. Kaipacha was referring to Dane Rudyard and his assessment of the two men and the woman in this scenario. And it refers to kind of the three aspects of self, which is what Dane Rudyard referred to, which was the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And so the mental was male, the emotional was female, and the spiritual was male. I can't say whether or not I agree with that assessment, but in this particular assessment, it's interesting because the symbol is on an island in the South Seas. And there's something about being on an island that's a bit of isolation, a feeling of isolation and limit. I'm going to move this. Again, my arm's getting tired here. So, excuse me. So there's a sense of isolation, of all those aspects of self, of the mental, of the emotional, of the spiritual, feeling isolated now. There could be that. And also it's the South Seas, and the South typically refers to below and underneath. It could refer to the underworld and going into the depths of self. So it could be thematically for you that this month, this cycle is just diving deeper, especially with these astrological aspects that are taking place. So let's dive into the scopes for the individual signs. A reminder that these are evolutionary scopes, meaning that these are about your soul's evolution. Since I began The Alchemist Awakens, this channel is devoted to your awakening and your soul's evolution, your maturity, your stepping into your power. It is about you diving deep into your essence, self, your soul print, and fully expressing your infinite power. And we have a long way to go. I mean, the majority of humanity has a very long way to go. Most of them aren't very awake yet. So anyway, so when you look at these scopes, know that the 6 points, which is the Sabian symbol, which we just talked about, so the symbology that's imbuing the story in this cycle. And then when we look at the I Ching for the particular sign's microcycle, the micro theme, and then we look at the spread, which pulls up the particular story that's unfolding for your soul's growth. And then we look at the Ascended Master for guidance, the Archetype, which are the qualities that are asking to be matured in you, and then of course the Dakini, which is evoking within you the embodiment. So what embodiment would optimally serve you to handle, to flow with this particular cycle for you. So this is a holistic scope. I hope you enjoy it. So let's move on to those. Hi Aries, welcome to your I Ching microcycle. So let's take a look at what you received this month. You received the hexagram 25 Innocence, and the two trigrams that make up this form, this hexagram, are sky above, thunder below. And this is the meaning. Innocence implies a natural harmlessness, openness, and pureness of intentions, which are unsullied by ulterior motives. The state of innocence has less to do with age than with attitude. It springs from a heart that remains open to joy and wonder. Innocence, when guided by a firm understanding of what is right, is in alignment and brings success. However, when unanchored by the ability to discern right from wrong and unaligned, this is naivete and brings challenge. The hallmark of innocence is the state of being which treats all creatures with compassion and respect. Those who possess a pure heart are best guided by their instincts and intuition. Thinking too much severs links with the wisdom of the heart, namely clear intuition and strong guidance instincts. Be wary of courses of action that require too much cleverness. Hi Aries, welcome to your August 2015 Alchemy Scope. We are here with the Siri deck again this month. This is pre-shuffled. We're going to go ahead and pull a synchronic spread this month. I've pulled 4 tarot cards using Dame Darcy's fabulous tarot deck, and then we'll pull the Ascended Master and the Archetype for you this month. So what I wanted to do too is this month I wanted to add the Cancer card. This is from the Lady Margaine Oracle card deck that I got many years ago, and I'm going to read a little bit from it, but I wanted it to be present here in the spread because they are beautiful cards. So the meanings behind this card are associated with the moon Cancer, of course, and they are withdrawal into the self, growth, development, safety and security, protection, nurturing, healing, feelings, sensitivity, the need to let go of the past and moving forward, flow, learning from integrating the past, strength, and virtue. So that is presenced here in the spread, yeah? So let's go ahead and pull the spread. And this is pulling up a particular theme for you, Aries, for this month. And then we'll look week by week on the tarot and we'll see what's unfolding. Okay. All right. Again, I have to adjust. It's such a small, I thought this was large enough, but it's really such a small space for my spreads. Okay, so the central theme for you is going to be the need to focus. There's going to be a lack of attention this month on something about your physical place, and this could be a workplace, or most likely it's a place where you're living. So, and it's an important place for you. So this could be, this is not referring to your home necessarily, but it could be your community, your state, where you're living, yeah? So there's something important about this place that you need to focus on that you're not focusing on. And it has to do with your development. It has to do with your development. So you need to place more focus on this place because, and it's calling for courage, Aries. So this is about there's some evolutionary component that is possible for you in this place. In fact, there are many. There's good things that are present for you currently that you're not attending to, yeah? So it could be classes or talks or just communicating with your neighbors, connecting with people in your community. But there's many good things in this place that are quite important for you now because it's going to bring nurturance. It's going to bring nurturance to you. But it's going to require courage. It's going to require courage. So this particular theme looks like it's going to be unfolding for at least some of you Aries-centric scope people out there. Yeah, I think that's what we'll say. And so let's go through the weeks and we'll see what is coming up per week. So the moon reversed is the first week. The moon reversed. So the reversals, as you know, in tarot could be an exacerbation of the meaning of the card, or it could be a reversal, another meaning. So it could be that, reversed in the first week could be that you are diving into a state of more illusion or delusion. And it could be referring to the no attention, no focus. So there's some level perhaps at play in the first week that is activating this particular cycle where you're not attending. And the moon could be that there's more of a space of, kind of being not tuned in. And this, of course, is the card of psychic intuition and connection, deep intuition. And it could be that you're not intuitively connected the first week. And again, a reminder that the first week is referring to this particular new moon cycle, which is starting on the new moon, which is the 15th, 16th of July. So the second week, you're getting the King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Pentacles is it could be a person or it's a quality set. And if it's a person, this is somebody in your life, whether it be a father or a parent. This is a general reading, so it's good not to take a king as a male, necessarily, but it could be. So this could be a father. This could be a boss, but it's reversed. So with regards to money or material reality, material possessions, it could be in the second week that you're going to experience either a withdrawal from a person who previously provided you with money or possessions or security. And now it's interesting, of course, we're in this new moon Cancer, which is about security. So it could be that in the second week, you're receiving a withdrawal of something that was previously given to you. Or it could be, I would say it's a withdrawal. Or something that you thought was going to manifest doesn't manifest. So that could be the second week. Now again, we're looking at the theme as well, Aries, for this month. And there's something important about a place. And the place could have to do with this person who's linked to money. So this particular place for some of you could definitely be your workplace. So that's something to keep in mind. But there's something evolving with this place that is evolving you, because there's some deep truth, going back to the theme of the spread, there's some deep truth here. If you attend to it, it's going to be important for your evolution. It's going to provide nurturance. It's going to require courage. It's a growth edge for you, but you can do it. So let's see. So in week 3, the sun comes up reversed. So you're getting quite a few reversals here. Sun reversed. So the sun, it's said that the sun no matter whether it's upright or reversed, is still a positive card. And indeed, this is a card of emanation. This is about the self emanating its light. So it's joy, it's childlike joy, it's fabulous, right? Reversed simply means there's a dampening of the brightness. So you might feel not as energetic, not as happy, not as joyful, not as playful in the third week. And again, this is, this is most likely coming up because of what's going on here. There's some withdrawal, something gets retracted. So in the fourth week, Aries, you get death. And of course, death is transformation. This is upright. So in the fourth week, indeed, there is a big transformation perhaps coming up for a majority of Aries out there. The death card is a beautiful card. It really is, because we are all transforming now anyway, and we are all having to face our inner demons and really get clear. So there is a big transformation, Aries, perhaps coming up for you, and it could have to do with some delusion that's at play, some withdrawal, some security withdrawal that comes into play. A lack of energy results, and then there's some big transformation that occurs. And the transformation could have to do with place, the place itself, the community. It could have to do with work, like we talked about, or it's in regards to this person that was giving you some sort of, material support. Yeah? So let's take a look. Let's look at the Ascended Master and see what wants to come up for you. And this will be the particular guidance for you. And the particular guidance always leads to a little more information on the story of the particular cycle that's unfolding. So let's see what comes up. Okay. So Aries, you get trust. That's an interesting card to get. It's certainly a beautiful card to get. Vishnu, trust. So you are called upon to trust yourself, to trust the situations, to trust the place, the circumstance. Trust that it has a bigger function for you. Trust that whatever is unfolding has function and it's serving your growth and evolution. So this card is fantastic to get because, again, with the Death card, I mean, that's a significant, it's referring to a significant shift that certainly wants to occur with you, and certainly needs to occur as well. There's a need there. This is part of the cycle that's coming up for at least some, if not a majority, of Aries out there. So let's see. Let's look at the archetype. Now again, these are Carolyn Mrs. Archetype cards. And they're fabulous because I work with archetypes and symbols. And I work with the power of story. Story is imbued in living systems. They are imbued in our psyches. They're imbued in our souls. And the archetypes are important because essentially they're qualities and quality sets that exist everywhere. So let's see what particular... Okay, Judge comes up. So what this is, Aries, is this is the quality set that wants to be evolved within you this month. Your soul is asking for evolution of this quality set. So the shadow attributes are offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So that's interesting with the monetary card reversed with place, the important place, and no attention on it. So that's interesting. And the lighter attributes, so this is what wants to be evolved. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. I'm definitely linking this to the King of Pentacles reversed in week 2. So there's more of an ethos here that wants to be evolved. It could be that for some of you out there, there's something that has been unfolding or occurring, perhaps in your place of business, that hasn't been wholly aligned, wholly ethical, that needs to now be aligned. So again, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Okay, Aries. So let's see what else we have for you this month. Aries, so let's move on to your Dakini and see what came forward for you to reflect the goddess qualities to embody that would optimally serve you this month. You received a beautiful Dakini, number 17, Vajra Yogini. And I'm going to read a little bit here again. This is Penny Slinger, and there's a full write-up on Vajra Yogini, so you can go to the online library and access the full PDF if you'd like to dive a little bit more after I read. Vajra Yogini Dakini has a fiery outer nature, but her inner essence is spacious and connects to higher consciousness. Vajra Yogini is the foremost Dakini in the Tibetan tradition of esoteric Buddhism, the tradition from which the Dakinis originate. First seen in India, the Vajra is a ritual implement of Buddhist Tantra. Vajra means diamond or thunderbolt. Her name translates as adamantine yogini, one who has attained indestructible perfection through her practice. She is the personification of Vajra emptiness, radiant luminosity, the natural clarity of the mind. She is an enlightened being, holder of teachings, queen of the Dakinis. She is associated with the form of the red Dakini, known as Vajra Varahi, or Diamond Sow, who is often depicted with a small pig's head above her right ear, representing triumph over ignorance. She represents divine passion and is the epitome of the tantric approach to spirituality. So I'll stop there. Again, if you'd like to dive deeper, the link to the online library is below.